or maybe you just got ghosted by a girl, or maybe some girl was interested in you but now she is not at all replying you back early, or maybe she is just playing with you all the time, like she is insulting you, she is replying you back late, and you are being desperate for her. All these kind of things are happening with you. That's what we're going to be discussing in this video. And I hope that if somebody would be telling me these kind of things like 5 years ago, like it would be very much helpful for me. Okay, these are all through my experiences, and I have listened to some other people also, and their advice literally worked. So all these kind of experiences, learning from other people, applying those advice into my own life. So by all these kind of things, I have curated few mistakes which most of the time some young guys do while texting a girl or while talking to a girl. That's another thing to mention. Watch the video till the end, because you're going to be literally 10 times, even 20 times better when you just watch the full video. Okay, and I'm not gonna sell you some skin product or some gaming course or some pickup line ka course by taking your money and all. So it's gonna be only worth it. Okay, and it's gonna be honest tips and tricks. So now let's talk about, first of all, this pickup line and gaming industry, which is now booming. Yeah, so the thing about pickup line and people who teaches so-called game, how to get a girl and all. The truth is, if you get all the gaming learnings, and if you get all the pickup line in the world, and if you master all this pickup line, and if you start DMing 1,000 girls on Instagram, not a single pickup line and gaming technique is gonna work if you are not rich, if you can't communicate properly, if you are bad at your studies or something, you are just sitting in your home eating chips, if you don't have a good physique, and if you don't work out regularly, if you don't even have to work out regularly. Like when most of the people telling that you gotta be in a good shape, people are actually meaning that you gotta be lean, you gotta have some muscle mass, and your biceps needs to be little bit bigger, like you gotta have some veins and all, so that you look good in every cloth, like you don't look fat when you wear a t-shirt and your belly does not pop out. So those kind of shape I'm talking about. You don't have to be on a bodybuilder, because most of the time people think that they don't do anything, they're not at all smart, they just stay in the gym, and it is not at all even attractive. Okay, like bodybuilding physique is literally not attractive. If you even ask some women in your life also, they will tell you, bro, like the most attractive physique is, like you can say how Ranbir Kapoor looks. Okay, or let's say how Kartik Aaryan people looks. Yes, those are like most attractive physiques, like lean muscle mass, looking lean, because you look younger and you look good in every cloth. Because if you are not good at things, like you don't look good, you look fat, you gotta start working out. If you don't have any money, you gotta start learning a skill, or going into a good college, or just taking a course which will open up some possibilities for you to earn money. So you got to focus on those things. So now let's put aside this aspect, assuming that you are either working out, or you are maybe working on your goals, or you are working towards getting rich and all. So let's put aside those things. Now let's talk on how to actually text a girl, or texting mistakes that most young people are doing, which I think are going to change your texting game a lot if you just apply these things, and if you just absorb these things properly. The first thing which you should never forget, like get a tattoo, or get a pen and a paper and write on a notepad. Okay, like somewhere which you can see every day. First and the most important mistake which most young guys do is not showing her that you got abundance of women in your life. So how you portray yourself like that through texting? I got a solution. Okay, so this is a very weird solution, but this works like hell. Okay, like nobody will tell you this kind of shit, because most people just tell you like some artificial, superficial bullshit gaming or pickup line techniques, which actually does not work. How you are going to be texting her is, before texting, you are just going to be thinking herself as another desperate, needy girl who is deeply in love with you. Okay, so you are just going to be texting her like that, just another girl. You are gonna be reducing her physical attractiveness, physical features, her beauty, her charisma to like zero. Like you're not gonna be thinking about that. Okay, so this is how you portray abundance in front of a girl. Then, because most of the time most guys are, what they are doing is, they're like, whoa bro, you are beautiful, you are cute, your lips are so good, your hair is so good, like whoa, I like your physique, I like your curves, like all this shit. Like, don't think first of all that you are the only guy who is messaging her. She is getting like tons and tons of messages. Okay, even I'm not gonna say ugly girl, but even a girl who is not that attractive and not that good looking according to the features which guys judge a girl. Okay, even that kind of a girl is getting more messages than a hot, attractive, tall guy. Okay, so this is the reality of the situation. Like girls have abundance like hell. So this is how you're gonna portray abundance to a girl. Like you are gonna be texting her like she is just another needy, not that good looking girl. You're gonna be reducing her value. You're gonna be reducing her physical attractiveness and physical features value to zero. That is how you're gonna be texting her, and that is how you can portray a little bit abundance. And second mistake that you should never ever do. Okay, this is gonna make you sound like a desperate needy motherfucker. Okay, because whenever you are gonna be doing these mistakes, like all your game, all your hard work that you have put previously, all are gonna go to hell. What is that mistake is never text her when you are horny as fuck. Okay, especially late night. Okay, those are the times, late night or early morning, those are the times when guys gets most horny, or maybe they are very much highly emotional, or maybe they are drunk. So that those are the things, like either you get hangover in the morning and then you text, like you should not do that also. And either you are horny in the night, or you just drunk so much of alcohol that you are not in your proper emotional stable situation. So in those kind of emotionally vulnerable state, you should never DM a girl. Okay, so just remember that whatever you're gonna text her when you are drunk or when you are high as hell, it's gonna reduce your self-respect and your dignity like hell. And if you are horny, just remember that through text you should never satisfy your romantic and horniness or romantic instinct. Okay, your goal should be always get a physical date. Okay, so where you can see that person physically, you can interact with that person physically. So just keep repeating these things. Okay, that never text when you are horny as hell, because this is just trying to satisfy my romantic instinct through texting, and this is bad for my mental health. And whenever you are high, just keep repeating to your own self that whatever I'm gonna text, I'm gonna be in a deep danger, and I might lose my all dignity and self-respect. So those are the emotional vulnerable situation that you should never text a girl. Okay, I can literally end this video now, because these are enough like deep tricks, or you can say deep talks, which most people will never tell you. Yeah, but I'm in the mood of giving you a few more tips, so that is the thing. So now let's move on to the third mistake which most people do while texting. Okay, is never let her lead the conversation. Like let's say you start a conversation with a girl on Tinder, or on Instagram or any other places. Okay, like you say hi, what's up, what you are doing. You have all the credibility to ask these things. Okay, so you ask this thing, but if she says in return, yeah, I'm doing good, I'm watching TV, what about you, just ignore this fucking message. Okay, like whatever she says next, like just ignore this message, because most girls are most of the times are not ready to put so much effort into asking about your life, or what you are doing, what is your job, and all these kind of things. Because most of the times girls are getting so much abundance of attention from other guys that they are just not really interested. Okay, so you gotta be leading the conversation. Like you can say hi, what about you, what are you doing tonight, all these kind of things. But whenever she says hi, I'm doing good, what about you, you are gonna ignore the message and you are gonna move on to some other topic. You can say I saw you doing these things, you enjoy these things doing, like then you gotta lead that conversation to getting actually a date. And you gotta be playful, you gotta tease her, you gotta maybe compliment her and give some honest compliment. Like people say no, don't give compliment, that is shit. If the girl is interested in you, you can give literally compliments. Okay, like don't give too much compliments. So yes, we're going to be talking about that compliment kind of stuff in next point. Yeah, but the significance of this point is never let her lead the conversation, and never let her ask such boring questions like what are you doing. Like stop replying to those kind of boring text, because she is not gonna be always asking you that hi, what you doing, what your job is, what you like to do. So always try to move the conversation into a more fun and playful manner. Okay, like that is how we are gonna be good at texting. Like don't go into this kind of boring questions. Like if she's really asking about something good, like where you do job, or like she's literally genuinely interested, then you can talk to her, ask some interesting questions about herself, and try to compliment little bit and then move on. And the thing about compliment, which I'm gonna come into the next point, and which is the fourth mistake which most people do, is never ever give her happy compliments all the time. Yes, what most of the time 99.9% guys are doing is hi, you are beautiful, hi, you are looking good. She uploads a photo, he is on Instagram comment section trying to think about a comment which will impress her, or somehow which will make her think about you. So that is never gonna happen. Okay, so because you are always giving her happy compliments, like that is the thing which you are doing wrong. Like one of the thing which you should do, like you will always see guys who are actually good with girls. Even do you know, if you see some couple, you will always see if the girl is literally in love with that guy, like the guy is never giving all the time happy compliments to the girl. Like this is a very visible significant thing which most people actually does not notice. But if you notice any couple who is in your surroundings or in your social circle, you will see the guys who not all the time praising her, giving her happy compliments. What he is doing is most of the time, like sometimes he is insulting her, like sometimes he is offending her. Like this is the thing you got to understand. Like you got to stimulate her every spectrum of emotions. Like you just can't give her all the time happy compliments. You gotta make her emotional. So that is how she's gonna be thinking about you, and you are gonna get little bit attention, and you are gonna be standing out rather than most of the average guys who are just so afraid to insult a hot girl. She's never gonna talk to me, at least I am her friend now. So that is the thing, get out of that shit. Like a little bit sometime offend her, sometime tease her, sometime insult her, then again go back to giving happy compliments. So this is how you stand out. So this is what the point is. And fourth mistake is, fifth mistake that most young guys are doing nowadays, even I have done this multiple times, okay, and I've learned from this. And the mistake is be selfish with your time. Okay, don't reply too soon to a girl. Like though sometimes people say it's very cringe to just not replying her even if you are on your phone, like people are saying nowadays, okay, but still it works because it shows the girl that you are actually working on yourself and you have some shit to do in your life. And also you're going to be focusing on your own life, and you're not going to be one of the guy who just on the phone and counting on time. Like she has messaged me at 1 o'clock, now I'm going to be taking 2 hours of time or 5 hours of time, and I'm going to be messaging her after 4 hours, okay, at 5 o'clock. So you're not going to do this shit, okay. You're literally going to be engaged in your life, and you're going to be working on your goals, and you're going to be learning some skill which will help you making smarter, richer, and stronger. So those are the things you're going to be focusing on. If you don't focus on, either way you can't sustain this thing in long term, okay. You are going to be desperate as sometime, okay. So now sixth mistake you should never do when you are talking to a girl is, don't reveal too much about yourself. Like when a girl, let's say genuinely asks you, you do this job, you do that job, or maybe what you were doing last night, just don't reveal, oh, I was eating, I was having a dinner, then I did this, then I watched a web series, then I slept. Just tell I was working. Never tell most of the time that I was sleeping, I was taking a rest. No, I had some work and I was working, or I was in some other place doing this and this. Like don't always explain and elaborate to her. Like keep some things mysterious to yourself. Just because she has asked you, don't get happy and don't get all emotionally lovey-dovey, and don't message her being oh, she has asked me what I am doing, let me elaborate to her all the thing. You are not gonna do this shit, okay. So you are gonna be just keeping a calm, cool, like subtle attitude, and you are gonna be telling I just had some work last night. So that is the thing. You're gonna be keeping sometimes things mysterious, okay. You're not gonna be always revealing all the thing about yourself. Yeah, now number 7th and the last and one of the most important thing which you should keep in mind while you texting a girl or while you are talking to a girl is, if the outcome of talking to a girl or putting all your effort, energy and time on texting a girl is not going to produce a outcome where you can literally see that girl physically within 1 or 2 months, and you are going to be on a date with her. If you don't see this thing manifesting in future, like just move on, bro, okay. Like don't talk to her from now on. Like if you think she just lives in some other cities or in some other location, then to literally cut off all the connections. You are not gonna be going on in a physical date with her. So you should focus all your time, money and effort and energy on yourself. You should not be thinking about her, because you are not gonna be getting into a physical date where you can actually see that person. Because all the things outcome should be, whatever you are doing, it should be going on a date and literally talking to a girl physically, okay. Then other thing depends whether you get rejected or not, and then those things depends. If you have watched the video till the end, another bonus tip for you which you should keep in mind while you texting a girl or while you are talking to a girl is, if you think that the girl you are talking to is not into you or does not like you, maybe she used to like you in the beginning but now she does not like you, and maybe she has told you literally, okay, in text that, bro, I don't like you that much, we're never gonna be dating, we're gonna be friends, then bros, like leave. Like that girl should not exist in your mind. Like that girl should not be existing in the world for you. You are just gonna say to yourself that we are not compatible enough. Yeah, and like her, there are millions of girls out there who are more beautiful, who are more better, and who will be more deeply in love with you. So that kind of thing you have to say to yourself, which is actually true also, because if you are long enough in your self-improvement journey, if you're working on yourself, if you're following this kind of abundance mindset, and not being desperate, having some mystery about yourself, you literally, there will be girls in future who will be deeply in love with you. So never settle, never get into relationship with a girl who is not into you. Like those are the things that I wanted to say from a long time. So I think I have conveyed most of the things in this video. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you like this kind of content, because I'm going to be making a loads of them, and I believe that these things will help you a lot. Like you are literally now better than literally 90% of the guys if you just observe these things, and if you just apply these things in your daily life. Maybe you need to watch this video twice to observe this thing again, or maybe you need to download this video and you need to rewatch it so that you don't forget about these points. Okay, because sometimes you just get overly emotional and you lose all your dignity and self-respect. That's all about today's video. I'll see you soon in my next video. Okay, bye bye, take care of yourself.